So back in 2020, when the world was falling apart around us, the Saucony Endorphin Speed number 1 came out and gave me a little bit of ray of hope. And then in 2021, the Saucony Endorphin Speed number 2 came out, and I still absolutely loved it. Minor tweaks, it was pretty much the same shoe, but I absolutely loved it. And then they also came out with the Saucony Endorphin Speed Run Shield, which was essentially a waterproof version of the Endorphin Speed. And yeah, I love it so much that I bought that version too. And now comes 2022, and Saucony knows how to get money out of me because they released the Saucony Endorphin Speed number 3. But have they messed it up and changed everything and made it completely terrible, or am I still in love with this shoe? Just a quick spoiler alert, absolutely love this colorway, but also the changes they've made it better for me, but it's not going to be for everyone, so make sure to watch this video just in case you're one of the people that I don't think will absolutely love it. Just watch on. Let's get into the video. Oh, and I bought these shoes with my own cold hard-earned Canadian Monopoly money. No one provided them to me. Saucony does not know who I am, and they don't really care that I'm making this video. So let's be harsh on it. This has 36 millimeters in the heel, 28 in the 4'4", and 8 millimeter drop. They still have that same Power Run PB foam, but they have changed the formulation up just a little bit. I find it to be a bit softer, but we'll get more to that shortly here. For the upper, you get a gusseted tongue with some breathable mesh, and on the outsole, you have these XT900 rubber, and not sure what that means. Oh, and also, you have an S-curved winged plate, so you see just down in here, there's like hard plastic. That is now a winged plate design compared to just the normal S-shaped curved plate. And the weight of it is gonna be right here on your screen, floating around in terms of grams and in ounces. Oh, and also it's pretty much the exact same weight as the previous version, so that's a win. The breathability in the upper is absolutely fantastic. On these hot, humid days in Halifax, Nova Scotia, where I literally just wanna sit in my computer room in front of the AC and not do anything, the upper has been as breathable as it can get in those situations. My feet are still terribly sweaty, but it's not because of the upper, it's because of Mother Nature. The heel counter is reinforced just slightly, and that makes for an excellent fit. My heel just slides right in there and is hugged like a little pig in a blanket. The gusseted tongue makes for an absolutely fantastic lockdown. I've had no hot spots or rubbing in my 3 runs in this so far. I think I have 20 plus kilometers so far in this shoe, and it's been absolutely fantastic in terms of lockdown, and there's been no blisters. However, I will say just one thing. When I initially put this shoe on, I was just a little bit nervous because I had quite a bit of room in the toe box. So if you're someone that likes a little bit of a snugger fit, I would recommend actually sizing down half a size or maybe a full size. Go to the store, check it out. But for me, I went true to size, and after I went out there running for a little bit, I have not noticed that additional room at all. The upper's been treating me absolutely fantastic. It's more like a daily trainer upper compared to a more traditional speed day upper, because Saucony knows that this shoe is used for more than just speed day stuff. People use this as a daily trainer, such as myself, and it's absolutely fantastic for that. The changes that they made, chef's kiss. Good job, Saucony. Absolutely loving it after these initial runs. So like I mentioned, the midsole formulation has definitely changed. They haven't come out and said it. In my opinion, it feels so much different compared to the previous versions. The Power Run PB in this shoe, maybe it's the additional volume of the Power Run PB, but it is so much bouncier and softer in my humble opinion. In the previous version of the Endorphin Speed, the midsole was a bit firmer, not super firm, but definitely firmer compared to this one. This one has more like a squish, bounce and roll. In the previous Endorphin Speed, it was more like a snap and roll, where you felt pretty snappy under step. You didn't get a whole lot of squish. In the Endorphin Speed number 3, you're getting that squish. They've widened out the landing platform in the Endorphin Speed 3 by quite a large margin, and that has added to that additional stability and has felt absolutely fantastic for me, someone who overpronates slightly. And if you're someone that has found the Endorphin Speed in the past to be just too unstable, and I know there are people out there, the Endorphin Speed 3 has absolutely addressed those concerns, so it might be time to go look at that. But this is where my warning comes in. If you're someone that doesn't like having a shoe that's very present on foot, I do find the Endorphin Speed 3 is present on foot. The Endorphin Speed number 2 and the 1 and the Run Shield version, I found that they just kind of melted away, and it was just like I was gliding. The Endorphin Speed 3, it's definitely present on foot. The volume of foam on your foot is definitely noticeable. The additional width and the winged plate, say that 3 times fast, make this shoe much more stable, but the negative is it's definitely a much more substantial shoe. If you're someone that doesn't like a substantial shoe, but you love the previous Endorphin speeds, you might have a bit of an issue with this one, and that's kind of sad, but just go try it. Maybe you'll like that additional bounce in the midsole. There's only one way to find out. Go try it for yourself. In my opinion, they've improved this midsole by quite a large margin. They've made it softer, they've made it bouncier, they've maintained that smooth roll, and they haven't increased the weight. That is all wins in my opinion. That additional stability especially is what sells me on this Endorphin Speed number 3, and I'm loving the midsole so much. But let's talk about that outsole, and also they increased the price, so we have to talk about that too. So the outsoles changed as well. People did have concerns with the traction with the previous outsoles. I never had that issue. I will say though that this midsole did pick up a rock in this decoupled groove here, so didn't really notice it, but that is just something to be aware of. You might pick up some little happy campers when you're out there running. So like I mentioned, they increased the price of this shoe. It's now 170 US dollars, 210 Canadian dollars. And yeah, a $10 price increase kind of sucks, but just the way of the world right now. Everything is going up, and for a shoe that is this versatile and that is gonna last you for quite a long while, like I still can run in my Endorphin Speed number 1 that has well over 400 kilometers. My Endorphin Speed number 2 has the same amount. They still feel absolutely fantastic. The outsole holds up so well. There's no degradation there. This is an absolutely fantastic shoe, and I still think it's the best shoe you can find at that price by a large margin. So I think my opinion's pretty obvious. I am in love with the Saucony Endorphin Speed number 3, and you folks know how much I love colors, and this is pink, so it only adds to that infatuation with this thing. But the Endorphin Speed and I are past that honeymoon phase. We've been together for 3 years now, so we're kind of just an old married couple at this point, and I just got a new hot babe. Let me know, folks, have you tried the Endorphin Speed number 3 yet, or the Pro 3? What are your opinions on that one? Oh, and if you want to see another video, here's a video right up here if you want to see more about running shoes. Really appreciate you making it to the end of this video. If you want to join our Discord community to talk about weight loss, running, and all that stuff, I'll leave a link to that in the description down below. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, because why wouldn't you? It's free and it's so fantastic, and I would love to have you. Thank you so much. Make sure you like this video, and I will see you on the next one.